I'm Morgan Johnson, and I'm currently a freshman at the University of Arkansas. Today, we're here at the Nasher Sculpture Center across from the Dallas Art Museum. Being originally from Dallas, I knew right away this is where I wanted to do my Art in a Day project. I'm here today to show you a piece called Night by Aristide Maillol. To me, Night is one of the most interesting pieces here at Nasher. Night was created in 1902 by Maillol, who was originally from France. For most of his lifetime, he was a painter, but around the age 40, he found his passion for sculpting. He soon became famous and is known today as one of the most important sculptors of the 20th century. The subject of nearly all of Maillol's work was the female body, treated with a classical emphasis on stable form. Aristide Maillol attempted to preserve and purify the tradition of sculpture that originally came from Greece and Rome. His mature sculpting style rejected the emotional sculptures of his component back in the day, Auguste Rodin. Night shows the emotional restraint, clear composition that he engaged in his sculptures throughout the rest of his life. Night has a symbolic nature, simplification of the human form, and a monumental structure. Now let's take a closer look at her. As you can see, Night is a 41 by 42 by 22.5-inch sculpture made of bronze material with green and brown patina. The smoothly modeled figure emphasizes the geometric and volumetric forms of the female body. You're able to see the realistic proportion by looking at her legs, breasts, and stomach. The woman has her knees up, leaning her forehead against her arms, almost as if she were thinking, sad, or even possibly very calm. Her action leads me to the influences of this piece. The sculpture is a timeless symbol of response, introspection, and psychological calm. The figure also invokes symbolist themes of the prosperous powers of womanhood and sleep as a creative, transformative state. Therefore, this large monumental female sculpture reminds me of the High Renaissance in Italy for two main reasons. One of them being that this is whenever sculpting and painting of the human body began. Even if most sculptures in this time period were of men, they still have a realistic form and proportional body type like the female here has. The other reason being that the Venus was created during the time of the High Renaissance. Even though the woman here today and the Venus are in two different forms, paint and bronze sculpture, both women are symbolizing and sending a message about womanhood. I chose this piece because at first glance, it grabbed my attention and it caused me to sit here and wonder about why she had her head down on her legs. I really enjoy anything that has to do with the woman race, whether it being about our thoughts, views, or opinions about life, even when it comes to our rights and how over time we have struggled to prove ourselves equal to men. This piece amazes me because I feel you can relate it to yourself no matter what kind of day you're having. I love how the artist made this piece very relatable to anyone who comes to see it because he never gave a clear interpretation of what her head down on her knees really means. Thank you again for joining me today at the Nasher Art Sculpture Center viewing Night by Aristide Maillol.